Hi guys, good evening. Happy Friday to you and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video, we've got a lot to talk about. We have so much to talk about. There has been so much happening all week, actually the past 2 weeks, and I'm going to try to cram it all into one video as best I can without being too overwhelming. To start off with, one of the things I love about Facebook is that you log on and you never know what is the first thing you are going to see. And earlier today when I logged onto Facebook, the very first article I saw had the words breaking news, Tom Hardy cast as Venom. I'm like, what? I had to do a double take because I thought it said Tom Hardy cast in Venom, but it said Tom Hardy cast as Venom. And I'm like, get the hell out, no way. And sure enough, it is official. Tom Hardy has been cast to play Eddie Brock, aka Venom, in the upcoming Marvel Sony spin-off film with the same name, which is set to be released next fall, October 5th of 2018, with production to begin later this year. So, wow, that's exciting. Obviously, this movie is definitely happening. It's gained some momentum. Tom Hardy released a picture of himself over Twitter or Instagram, one of them, of himself wearing a picture of Venom on his t-shirt, and obviously he's all but confirming his casting, so this is very, very exciting. Also, along the lines of Venom, they have also chosen a director, Ruben, I hope I get this last name right, Ruben Fleischer or Fisher or Flisher. I'm terribly sorry if I'm butchering that name. Basically, the guy who directed Zombieland is going to be directing Tom Hardy as Venom in Venom. It's exciting. It is exciting. It seems like Sony seems pretty serious about making a Venom spin-off solo film work, and it seems like they're doing that with casting the right actor for the right kind of role. And Tom Hardy can definitely pull off being a big, bulky, scary guy, as we all know when he played Bane in The Dark Knight Rises a few years ago. So this is exciting, very exciting stuff. Still no word as to whether or not it'll be a part of the official MCU. I highly doubt it. I think this is going to be more of a Sony project than a Marvel project, but it was very, very exciting regardless. I am very excited and very interested in seeing how Tom Hardy pulls this off, how he'll play the character, and obviously this movie is gaining some traction. I'm sure we'll get other casting announcements as we move along. So very cool. Congratulations, Mr. Hardy, and best of luck to you and the team behind the movie. Hopefully you guys give us a great film. Moving on, in terms of casting announcements, yesterday it was announced with 2 more additions to the ever-growing cast for the Godzilla sequel, Godzilla King of the Monsters, due in theaters in 2019, spring of 2019. Game of Thrones actor Charles Dance, however you want to pronounce it, who played Tywin Lannister, has now joined the cast in Godzilla King of the Monsters, along with returning actor Sally Hawkins, who played one of the Monarch scientists in the first Godzilla movie a few years ago. She was the woman who never left Dr. Serizawa's side, which was Ken Watanabe's character. So she, of course, is returning for the sequel. No surprise there, but she was a great supporting character in that film, and it makes sense that she would return for Godzilla King of the Monsters, the sequel. And Charles Dance is a great actor. He's done a couple movies since Game of Thrones. We saw him in Dracula Untold and Ghostbusters, and I'm sure he's done a lot since then. And now we'll be seeing him return to the big screen, and the joke is, of course, that he'll be fighting for another throne of a king, in this case, the throne of the King of the Monsters. So that's very cool, and this movie is set to begin filming, or at least begin production, in Atlanta next month. The film doesn't come out till 2019, but it sounds like they plan on starting to film next month. They've already got a cast of Millie I hope I say her name right, Millie Bay Brown or Millie Mae Brown, the girl who plays Eleven in Stranger Things, actor Kyle Chandler, Vera Farmiga, and several others, all who have joined the cast of the Monster sequel. And they're set to begin filming in June. And now with these two new additions, this movie is also gaining some momentum and traction. All very exciting. Speaking of exciting, yesterday, director James Wan revealed, the director of Aquaman, revealed our very first look, or not our first look, we've seen her before, but our first set photo look of Amber Heard as Mera in the upcoming film Aquaman. We've seen a picture of her as she'll appear in Justice League, and we also saw her in the Justice League trailer, but now we're getting a picture of her which looks like it was taken from the set of Aquaman in her skin-tight Mera outfit. Ooh, she looks good in more ways than one. She looks great, and it looks like she just stepped out of the water, stepped out of the ocean. So very exciting stuff, and obviously that movie is well underway in production currently in Australia, I believe. So that's pretty cool. Miss Heard, you look great. You look really hot. So keep up the good work. And that was very cool to see. Moving on, there have been a couple of trailers that have dropped lately, and unfortunately, I have just missed them with their premiering. Last week, I believe it was, or possibly 2 weeks ago, we had the very first trailer for The Dark Tower released, and we finally saw some footage from the highly anticipated Stephen King film. It looks great. It looks like fun. When I watched the trailer, it kind of caught me off guard as to what kind of movie it would be. It seems like a case where it's a story where it's going to take place in both our world and in an alternate universe or an alternate dimension between the man in black and the gunslinger. And this boy, this human boy from our world somehow gets drawn into it or sucked into it or something, and he joins forces with the gunslinger. I haven't read the graphic novels or the novel itself, but I am a huge fan of Stephen King, and I am indeed looking forward to this movie. I'm so glad we got a trailer finally. The movie's only like 3 months away because it comes out in early August, and we'll probably get 1 or 2 more trailers before then. So it looks fun. It looks fun. It looks exciting. You know, hopefully it holds up to other Stephen King films. Speaking of trailers, I believe it was last night or 2 nights ago, we got our very first look and our first trailer at the new upcoming series, and I believe the term is correct, web series for Star Trek Discovery, which will be debuting on CBS All Access later this year in the fall, featuring The Walking Dead's Sonequa Martin Green and actress Michelle Yeoh. Oh, God, I hope I don't. I'm sorry if I'm butchering this last name. Michelle Yeoh or Michelle Yeoh. I'm really sorry if I'm butchering that last name, but those of you probably know who I'm talking about. She was, she was in She was on Grey's Anatomy, I believe, yeah. And it looks like those two are going to be our two Starfleet captains, and obviously the series is teasing first contact and conflict with the Klingons, and early days of exploration as well, and gave us an actual timeline as to when it'll be taking place. It'll be taking place 10 years before Star Trek the original series, because the trailer says 10 years before Kirk and Spock and the USS Enterprise. Whew, I'm almost out of breath here. That was a lot to cover in one video, but there's just been so much going on lately. It is all so exciting. And by the way, to top it all off, before I logged on to do my video here, I was on Facebook, and on the Mummies Facebook page, they released yet another TV spot teasing the organization run by Dr. Jekyll called Prodigium. And there was the juiciest, the best, in-your-face Easter egg ever. I won't say what it is, so I'll post it for you guys later for those of you who want to see it on my Facebook page. But oh my god, am I excited. I cannot wait for this movie. It's going to be out in less than a month, and I'm just so excited about it. Whew, okay, I gotta take a breath here, or take a break for a second. But Thank you for joining me here on the EdWord for another movie news edition video. Mostly, of course, just to talk about how excited I am that Tom Hardy has been cast as Venom, and that movie is gaining momentum and traction, and it's definitely moving along. Very exciting stuff. You can find all of this information online, of course, via Facebook or other movie websites as well. It's all there, all verified. And don't forget to check out my Facebook page in the description down below. I think you'll like what you see. And subscribe to this channel for more videos like this one to stay up to date on all the items I covered in tonight's video and many, many other TV shows and movies that we have to look forward to in the next year. Alright guys, have a great rest of the night if I don't see you again, and a good weekend if I don't see you again. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.